Welcome to another episode of Two Guys,
a podcast,
and Insurgent.
Gunman
Are you
movie
serious?
review.
Dude, did you really see the Gunman?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
It's 2 weeks in a row now you've done this.
We went to go see Insurgent.
But, where's... What the hell? It's 2 weeks in a row.
Khaled.
First Chappie, now Gunman.
Khaled, you have told me you will not go see a movie on Thursday night if it is not a blockbuster. And Gunman and Chappie, I don't think are blockbusters, but they're movies I wanted to watch.
Wow.
So I kind of went to go see them with other people.
Wow. Thanks a lot.
Alex. I went to go see with Alex.
Again? You know what? Does he listen to the podcast?
I don't think so, but
Well,
I think after this...
He better start listening to this damn podcast then. He better.
He better.
It's 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of screwed me over.
He's like a legend. In his own
God
right.
damn. Well,
Alex, I love you, bro.
You better not make it a habit. If we get to 3 weeks in a row, we're gonna have some issues. We have to rethink this whole podcasting movie review crap.
Well, if you ever get to that point, I know how to save it. You know what tomorrow is, right?
What's tomorrow?
Sidekick Saturdays. But we'll talk about that some other time.
All right. Anyway, let's get into the Gunman review, and I guess we'll do it.
We're not going to talk about Insurgent?
No, skip it again.
Oh, you're going to put all the flack on me now?
Yeah, we're going to do it again,
okay.
Just like we did for Chappie. So,
hey, I ain't scared of nothing.
let's put you on the spot once again, buddy.
Okay, let's do it.
So, how was the plot of the movie? Was it easy to follow, straightforward, good to go?
The beginning of the movie was hard to follow because you didn't really know what was going on. Unless you're the kind of guy that's really into political things, you know, like the politics of it all. Like, if you don't understand why someone would want to kill the president, then you're really not going to understand the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie.
That sounds almost like an exact copy of Chappie, except this one's about killing the president out of the blue. Because in Chappie, you said, first 10 to 15 minutes.
You're pretty. Yeah, you're actually right. Because, like I said, like I described it, it's like you start reading a book,
mm-hmm.
and it starts off where there's a guy in the middle of a war, bombs are going off, his friends are dying, and then that's the end of chapter 1 or 2, and then it shows either 2 years later, and then it starts off slowly, or it starts off 2 years earlier. So remember how I said you kind of had to have a general idea what was going on so you can understand what was going on? It's kind of like saying, you're very experienced with computers, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody comes up to you and say, hey, we have this new program, check it out. You kind of already have a general idea of what it's all about because you know about computers.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with computers, to say the least. So if you come give me and say, hey, here's a new program, check it out, I'm not going to be able to follow it because I don't know the basis of it. So if you don't understand the first 10 to 15 minutes of Gunman, it's going to be kind of hard to follow.
Okay.
So
pretty much within the first 10 to 15 minutes, you know if you're going to like the movie or not, just about.
Well, you're going to like the movie in the first 10 or 15 minutes because, like I said, it's kind of like opening that book where there's war going on.
No, I'm saying, like, if you don't understand what's going on, though, you're not going to like the
No, you're still going to like it.
Oh, okay.
You might not understand what's going on, but you're still going to like it.
Okay, so it's still likable, though, from there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. How were the characters? Like, were they developed okay throughout the movie, or was it...
When you mean developed, what do you mean,
like okay,
like physically? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Sean Penn is an old son of a bitch, but that dude looks amazing without his shirt on. I don't know what that dude's been. He must have been doing DDP yoga or something because that dude looked amazing.
No, I mean, when I say develop, like, did they go into like background stories? Were the characters somewhat believable as people, or were they just, we're just throwing people out there to do something?
Everyone was believable in the role that they played, especially because they played off of something that is real.
Okay.
They were infiltrating a different country, and when you go to a different country, as portrayed in like whenever the U.S. invades Iraq or whatever, you would think it's all bad guys there, but it's not. There's people that want to live there in peace, and there's people that want to do good. That's kind of how it was in the movie. There's people that want to do good. There's people that want to do bad. So that was very easy to follow.
Okay.
The only thing that wasn't easy to follow, it's like it's kind of like reading a book. Things happen, but you don't know why they're happening. You kind of have to wait 30, 40 minutes before somebody reveals himself, or an idea is given, or like a mission statement, like Jerry Maguire, like a mission statement. He gets a mission statement or memo or whatever it was. But you kind of have to wait a little. You have to be patient to find out what's going on, because there's going to be 1,000 different questions, and you're going to enjoy the action while you're watching the movie. But you're going to ask 1,000 different questions, and eventually they'll get answered.
Okay.
I don't like waiting for answers, but if the movie's good throughout the entire time.
But the questions did get answered at least, right?
Yeah, they did.
What about, like, we always talk about pacing, when we do our reviews. Well, how was it? Was it 30 minutes too long, 30 minutes too short? Were there
Chapter 1 and 2, like I said, which would be the first 10-15 minutes movie.
Yeah.
The pacing was very, very good. It's almost as if you had walked into a room and saw the last 20 minutes of a movie. Okay. The pacing was there. Everything was there. Everything was going on. You just didn't know what exactly was happening.
Okay.
So when it got to chapter 3, per se, which was like 8 years ago or 2 years before, whatever the case was in this movie, it started off slow because it's like all this happened and it happened already and it's in the past. So now it's like, okay, what do we do from there? So that's kind of where it started. Chapter 3 is like, okay, starting over. We're doing this and we're going forward with it. And that pacing was really slow because I was like, wait, what's happened? All this happened in the beginning, and now it's moving slow.
So you think that probably hampered the movie, maybe?
No, because
like slowing down the pace. Was it a drastic slowdown, or was it just like it was a slowdown that was noticeable but not too slow?
It was noticeable, but it wasn't too slow because it was still entertaining.
Okay.
It's just when you start the movie off with so much action, and then stop a little bit, you're like, it's kind of like you're on this.
So instead of going from 0 to 60, you went from 60 to 0 in a sense.
After all the action, it went from 60 to 0, but it kind of had to go that way for the real plot of the movie to take place, for everything to start falling into
place
where it's supposed to go,
gotcha.
Everybody to be where they're supposed to be at. So, but it did move really slow after it went from 60 to 0. But then once things started happening, once somebody tried to find out,
started picking back up,
right? Yeah, and especially because, like I said, Sean Penn looks amazing without his shirt on, and I'm like, wow, this dude he's legit. His character was legit in the movie, and now he's trying to find out this, he's trying to find out that, and the pace starts to pick up more. Bad guys turn into good guys. Good. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying like the plot started to pick up so much. You're like, whoa, what about this? Whoa, I didn't see that coming. It started picking up fast, and
all right, give me one pro for the movie, like one good thing for the movie.
One good thing for the movie was they did play off of like real life's
events or possibilities,
right? I don't think they portrayed specifically what was actually going on in the real world, but it showed you what was, what is actually going on in the real world, like in other places. Like,
gotcha.
There are bad people that live here, but there's also good people, and they want to make it better. Or it was kind of like a humanitarian kind of effort, or whatever. And I really like the fact that they portrayed that, because I'll be honest with you, when I heard like years ago when the United States went into Iraq, I thought they're all bad people. Come to find out, no, they're not. They're people that want to live in peace there.
Yeah.
A lot of bad people, but way more good people. So if you're like, and I know I talked about this in the chapter review, if you're into like politics or like those kind of things, supporting something or against something, you will really enjoy that part of the movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
What about, let's go to con now. What's one bad thing for the movie? What was one thing that hampered it a little bit?
Terrible acting by two of the main characters. Now, I don't mind the accent that one of the girls had, but when she was upset in the movie, it wasn't believable.
Was she upset a lot?
No, she was only upset when she didn't know the answer to something and she didn't know what was going on. Like, why are these people shooting at me? Or why are these people chasing me? Which happens in a lot of movies, I was like, you don't really seem all that mad that they're chasing you. You just like, why are they chasing me? And there was another guy in the movie that tried to play the crazy role, like the not necessarily Joker of like from the Dark Knight or anything,
Yeah.
but he was a little goofy. He was
Trying
a
to be
little
the
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, he like the fearless one, but it didn't really
portray it
look
well.
good on him. So bad acting by two of the main characters.
All right. What do you give it out of 10?
Well, you're gonna laugh when I say this, but I fell asleep during the movie at some point. But it wasn't because it was a bad movie. I thoroughly enjoyed what I did see. I missed about 20 minutes of it because I was dog tired.
Okay.
But based off of everything that I saw, and based off of everything that Alex told me I missed, I would give that movie a 7.5.
7.5? That's not bad. I mean, it's still passing. I've noticed one thing, though, about our reviews. We have yet to fail a movie.
Well, I mean...
We're okay. When we go see movies, and let's just give this a PSA, so to say. When we go see movies, we're not like... We don't go and try to pick out every single flaw in a movie. We go for...
There's always going to be flaws.
Exactly. We go for the entertainment value. And that's what our ratings are based on. On how entertaining we believe it is and how entertaining we think it will be for other people. If you agree with our opinions, at least. So when we say we give movies 7 and 8 and stuff like that out of 10, it's...
It's not to say that the movie didn't have flaws, but to us, they weren't significant.
Exactly. Because, honestly, what is a movie? It's for entertainment.
Right.
And
so I'm not going to be that guy that's watching like a medical drama and saying, well, that wouldn't happen. Well, why wouldn't the doctor just do this? Like, I'm just going to follow the story and be like, wow, that's badass.
Exactly. We go there to escape reality, so to say.
In a way. Yeah.
Exactly. So there we go. It's a go see it. Not a must watch, but a go see it.
It doesn't have as much action as some other action movies, but it has
enough.
Plenty of action. And I also want to kind of give like a small coincidence that happened in the beginning of the movie.
Sure thing.
Okay, so I went there with Alex because he was. Yeah. I texted about 4 or 5 other people. He was the only one that answered. So this is funny. We were talking during the previews, and what is it we talked about? I mentioned something, and you know how like coincidences happen. Well. I don't remember what I mentioned first, but he made a comment. I know what it was. The Fast and the Furious 7 trailer played.
Yeah.
And he saw Jason Statham. And he made a comment. He was like, you know what? If they ever make a Hitman movie, Jason Statham would be an awesome character to play him.
And then they showed the Hitman trailer?
Yeah. Well, let me finish. He said if they ever made a Hitman movie, Jason Statham would be awesome to play it. I was like, Jason Statham? Are you talking about the guy from the Transporter? And he was like, yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so after he said that, I looked at him and I almost wanted to slap him, but not seriously. I just want to kind of smack him a little bit. I'm like, dude, they made a Hitman movie about 5-6 years ago. I was like, what? Was Jason Statham in it? I was like, no. It was this other guy. It was a good movie.
It was decent for what it was. Yeah. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was better than a lot of people portrayed it to be.
Right. So I told him that. He was like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm going to check that out. So the next trailer to play portrayed a man in a black suit, white undershirt. Oh, it was like a button-up shirt, but it was white underneath his black blazer, I guess, and a red tie. And I'm like,
that's the new Hitman movie.
Huh. That dude looks awfully familiar. And I looked at Alex and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, the last Hitman game that you played, was he wearing that? He was like, yeah, I think he wears that in every game.
Yeah.
Black suit, white button-up shirt underneath, and a red tie. Sure enough, it was the Hitman movie.
It looks horrible, though.
I would have to disagree with you on that.
I think it looks horrible. I don't know why. I guess I gotta watch the trailer.
What did we say
again.
about the Kingsman?
No, I know. I just
never judge a movie.
I know.
By its
just
cover.
Watching the trailer, though, I'm like,
no, but see, Kelly, you're that kind of person that because you have that thought, you're not gonna go watch it.
No, I'll watch it.
Okay,
because
prove me wrong.
I'll put you like this: the first Hitman I was the same way. I'm like, man, this looks horrible. I watched the movie. I was like, you know what? It's better than what I thought it was. I just
There you go.
I just hate the fact that they changed the guy that was playing it. But oh well.
Well. That was one of the biggest issues that some people have. But then again, we're so fickle as movie fans.
They're going to change Spider-Man again.
Was he going to be Indian?
I don't know, but it's not going to be Andrew Garfield.
Is it going to be Donald Glover?
Hey, they need a black Spider-Man. No.
So
we'll see who plays Spider-Man.
Hitman played, right? I looked at Alex. We were both like, "This is crazy. This is crazy." The only thing would have made it better if Jason Statham was the guy that played it.
Yeah,
for him, because he really likes Jason Statham. All right, so that trailer ended, and then the next trailer started. It started off like this. The phone rang. Sorry, that was a horrible imitation of a phone ringing, but I'm very sleepy right now. No, I'm not sleepy. I'm just tired. But anyway, a phone rang. Somebody picked it up, and then somebody said, "Are you the transporter?"
Oh yeah,
they each other again.
They were making the transporter. I forgot about that.
Me and Alex looked at each other and we're like, "What the hell?" Because, like I said, he said he saw Jason Statham in Fast and Furious. He said if they ever made a Hitman movie, it would be awesome. Not only did they make a Hitman movie before, but right when he said that, they showed the trailer to the new Hitman movie. Not only that, they play a trailer for
the new Transporter,
the new Transporter, which starred Jason Statham.
But it's not going to be it's not going to be Jason Statham in the new one.
No, it's not going to be. But it starred Jason Statham before, and we're like, what the hell's going on? Is the next preview going to be Javier and Alex predict the world or something? like it's going to depict two guys in one of the movies, man. And I don't know, but that was pretty weird. I just thought you guys would find that
maybe
funny.
we'll do another movie talk episode where we just talk movies down the line.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so stay tuned for that one. Next week we got Insurgent and Get Hard, right?
You know what? I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make it 3 weeks in a row.
You son of a bitch.
To me, Get Hard is okay. You got Will Ferrell,
yes,
and you got Kevin Hart,
yes.
What part of that does not scream blockbuster? I'm gonna go watch it on Thursday night.
I'll
you be there?
Won't
be there?
I'll do my best.
We'll see what happens.
All right, guys. See ya
Later.